Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. If you can let me know in chat if you can hear and see me, that would be great. I had a small bit of trouble setting this up, so if you could let me know, that'd be great. Um, hello, everyone. Welcome. 2 seconds. I'm gonna get up my Chrome. Where is it? Window capture. Please work. There you go. I don't know why there's two. Um, nice. Okay. Um, Let me see if I can get chat up as well. That would be great. All good. Okay, cool. We got a new moderator in chat as well. My boy George is doing the moderation, so let's see if that is any good for the stream. Hopefully, I have faith in him. Hear and see you. Okay, cool. Deadly lads. We're probably gonna go for like maybe an hour, hour and a half. We'll see what happens. Hear and see you well. Perfect. Good to see you off core. How are you today, Chai? I am really good. I went to the pub, had a few, and played a bit of pool while watching the Liverpool match, and then came home, made dinner, and watched a bit of the United match. United are a mad one, all right. Yeah. How are you, Praffle? I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Okay, so let's get into my team. We'll wait for a few more to join, if they know it's on anyway. Hopefully they do. My game week this week was alright. 64 points, like I said. Nothing special, but I didn't have a lot of the big hitters this game week, like Gabriel or De Bruyne or Jota. So I'm quite happy with it, considering we had a captaincy blank. Right now, I'm seeing a move on Twitter about people posting about their teams, and they're saying that they're disinterested in seeing people's points every week, which is, I mean, each to their own, I suppose. But if anyone cares, here's mine. We're 11th in the world right now, and I mean, it's great, of course. Moving in the right direction. I think we're 24 points away from number one. So we're definitely starting to gain some ground. I know at one point we were like 5 points away from number one, but that Gabriel brace closed the gap between a lot of people that were near me. So that was quite unfortunate, but it's not going to be golden every single week. So here I have a really good graphic from losers. He basically just shows I think it's the betting odds of the team's probability of blanking for game week 29. It's a really useful graphic, and it will help me anyway pick some of my players going forward. As it's not ideal if some players are blanking in 26 and 29. So here are the fixtures on the left as well. That FA Cup tie, they're all the fixtures. And if a team qualifies to the next round, that means their fixture will likely blank, basically. So I'm trying to get up chat here. It's kind of awkward. 2 seconds, lads. Sorry. I'm all good, brother. Okay, good to see you. How long have you been, or how long can we leave out Salah? I think we can leave out Salah for maybe until game week 25. It'll be very hard to get him back, in my opinion. There's no direct route back, especially if you get the likes of Haaland and KDB. That's why I'm kind of reluctant on getting KDB for the time being. Choi, when are you going to wildcard? So I plan on wildcarding probably as late as possible, but a lot can change. Like if I get screwed with injuries, I mightn't have much choice. But ideally, it would be around maybe game week 30 or 31. It depends on a lot of these cup tie fixtures in game week 29 as well, though. By the way, the draw was really bad for the fixtures, if you want fixtures in FPL in game week 29, because a lot of the teams are now likely to blank as they play not so good teams in the FA Cup tie. What do I think of João Pedro in? Yeah, no, João Pedro is an interesting one, all right. He scored a hat trick, I believe, yesterday. But again, two of them were penalties, I think. So I think he's a good option, and Brighton are starting to score a lot of goals, so he could be quite good. Yo, this is the first time I was in your stream show. I get to witness. I'm going to bench Palmer and start Virgil watching from California. Um, Rank of 16k got red to 56 points. Nice one, man. Good to see you're tuned in from California. It's mad the amount of people that come from different parts of the world to watch FPL. It's great to see, to be honest. Started Watkins, one Kuna, one Solanke, two on my bench. Walker, sick. Unlucky, man, unlucky. Thoughts Mubabat, Pedro, and bench Palmer. Um, yeah, I like that, to be honest. I don't mind to benching Palmer this week. I know he's probably their best player and he's been amazing recently, but for me, Liverpool away is a really, really tough fixture. Um, so I don't know. Is it away? Let me double check. Um, Let me get up my team as well while we're at it for the next week. Yeah, Liverpool away. It's the hardest fixture in the league, so I have no issue benching Palmer, to be honest. And again, he could get that a jammy penalty, but I would say it's unlikely. Um, why not going for Triple City? I am going for Triple City. I have Walker, Foden, and Alvarez. I don't plan on bringing in Haaland this week, by the way, if anyone's wondering, for the time being anyway. Um, what's your transfer plans? So, to be honest, I plan on upgrading Mateta. So right now I have this. Pep Towers is injured, which is not ideal. And I still have Salah in my team. So ideally, I would probably move on Salah to midfielder. Which midfielder I'm unsure. I'm thinking probably Jota. Although, I don't know, because they play in 3 days, I believe. And I don't know if I can bring in Jota, because he started today. Kind of puts me off, to be honest. Or I could do Mateta up to the likes of maybe Isaac or Darwin. I really like Darwin, to be honest. If I could choose between Jota or Darwin, I'd probably pick Darwin. So yeah, that's the plan as of now. Oi Choi, hello Fruit Plug. Thinking of Pedro in for Jesus and Doku captain. Interesting. I've not seen a Doku captain, but go for it. Why not? Foolish to me to remove Jesus before not in the Forest. Yeah, not ideal, to be honest. That's why I want to keep him, just for another game week. I think he could show up against Forest. Who would you start, Areola or Leno? Who is Fulham playing? Probably Areola, I would say. Sell one bench one in game week 25. Palmer and Richarlison. I don't know if I'd sell either of them because you probably have a lot of team value tied up in Palmer, and Richarlison has really good fixtures and looks great for the coming fixtures as well. So I don't think I'd sell either of them. You said something similar before his Hull versus Luton too. I can't remember what I said, to be honest. I say a lot of things. Hi from Saudi Arabia. Hello, Ahmed. Martin. Dylan, should I wildcard? I need to get rid of a few players, I won't lie. Martin, I would probably hold off wildcarding if you can. I know it's tough, but maybe a -4 or -8 could be worth it for you instead of using your wildcard. Who am you going to captain this week? Yeah, so captaincy is hard. Like, I'm unsure what I'm going to do myself. I'm thinking probably one of the City boys. It's just which one. I would like to do Foden, but it really depends on more information with Haaland. I know he's in full training, so it's not ideal, but it will probably be Foden, I would say. So we'll switch that to him for the time being. But yeah, I think this will be an interesting week. I made a post about Captain Saka. I don't know if I'm going to go there or not, but I don't think he's a bad option against Forest. By the way, he got robbed for that goal, or for that assist, so it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And again, I think that's probably a rule that will be changed in the future. I'm not like, I think it was right that he didn't get awarded it after the game, because I mean that's part of the rules, like they said. But it should definitely be changed for the start of next season. You said you bench power. Okay, let's see. Choi, do I leave out Gabriel or Garnacho? Should I play 4 at the back, 5 in the midfield, Trippier? Yes. What are your thoughts on KDB versus Jota? Have Foden already. I suppose it depends on your plan with Haaland, because KDB takes up a lot of money, to be fair. But I do like Jota a lot. He is a really good option. It's just, I don't know what the crack is going to happen when Salah comes back in. And having a triple of KDB, Foden, and Haaland could be a small bit risky because you don't know about rotation. But I think both of those options are definitely good. Thanks for the advice, Dylan. Who would you bench, Palmer or Gordon? Ooh. Villa away is a really hard fixture also. But Gordon seems to come up with the most random things. But I would probably bench Gordon just because I prefer Palmer for penalties. Hi Chai, been holding Haaland all this time. Really want Isaac against the Villa high line. I don't think H is available until 25. Good idea. Yeah, I like the idea of Isaac. I was spoke about it for a while now. But Isaac versus Aston Villa could probably be quite good. The only thing is, if I do that, he is likely, or I have to take a -4 next week for Haaland if I want him. So yeah, but yeah, Isaac definitely a good option. And why not start Mateta? So Hudson Edward is back for Crystal Palace. He played 90 minutes in the cup, I believe, and then the next week for in the Prem he was benched because he's not fully fit. So I think he's likely to start over Mateta. That's why I'm not starting Mateta. But ideally, yeah, I wish Mateta was playing 90 against Sheffield United. When are you using chips? Yeah, that's the question. So the the FA Cup fixtures that happened today, they kind of really made things difficult for game week 29. So I think I could potentially use it in game week 29, but I'm unsure. I need to see more what happens closer to the date. Like I wouldn't give it a certain time frame on what week I'm going to use my chips yet. I would say triple captain likely in game week 25 though. Who would you sell out of Saka, Bowen, Richie to buy KDB? I would probably sell Saka. I know, like, I would hold Saka now if I could, but if I had to get rid of one for KDB, it would be Saka. I would say. Is there any info about the Gabriel injury? I'm pretty sure it's a knock, but he should be okay for the next game, like George said in chat. But yeah, you never know. Arteta could be chatting, but you'll see. Hello, Chai. Between Estepinian and Walker, which one would you choose to replace Charlie Taylor? Yeah, that's a good question. I think they're both really good options, to be fair. If I had to choose, I'd probably choose Walker. Solid fixtures, doesn't blank in 26, and he plays in a double in 25. So, yeah, I like that. Hello, Kenneth from Malaysia. How are you? I have no free hit and bench boost. How can I try to navigate game week 25 and blank game week 29? Can I focus on Liverpool and City players? Yes. I wouldn't worry about not having a free hit for 25. You can use your triple captain. That's when I would say you should use it. And your bench boost, again, I wouldn't worry about that either. Okay, free hit for game week 20, blank game week 29 could be difficult, but you need to start preparing your team now for it if you don't have your free hit. Are you considering the Tony bandwagon? Yeah, it's definitely a good talking point. I think he is really good as an option in FPL. I mean, he's on direct free kicks and he's on penalties and he's their star man. The only thing that really puts me off, like everyone else, is the fixtures. Saying that, he does have a lot of games. So he doubles in game week 25. He doesn't blank in 26 and he doesn't blank in 29. He's a really good fixture in 29. I think it's against Burnley. So he is definitely a really good option. It's just, for me, I think I would prefer the likes of Darwin Núñez and Isaac before I move on to maybe Ivan Toney later in the game weeks, like 28 or 29, I'd say. So yeah. Best Man City made around 6.5 for long term, thanks. Man City made around 6.5. I don't think there is any, is there? Other than like Rodri. I think Bernardo Silva is over 6.5. But for the double, if I was free hitting, I would like to take a punt on Rodri. Like, why not? He could come up with a goal. Need a Man City asset, thinking Foden or KDB. Yeah, I think they're both really good options. I don't think you can go wrong with either. For me, because I have Foden, I'm not going to move him on to KDB. There's not much point at that. So if I had to choose between either of them now, I would probably pick Foden still. I really like him as an option going forward. I'm thinking of Trippier to Trent or Saka to Madison or Jesus to Tony. Okay, yeah, so don't get me wrong. Madison is going to be an amazing option when he's fully fit. But I don't think he's going to be fully fit just yet. The injury he has is an injury that takes a lot of time to get up to full fitness. So I could see Postecoglou, giving him less minutes, although he is a great option for sure when he's back fully fit. Um, but yeah, Jesus to Tony, that's not a bad option, and rolling is definitely not a bad idea. If you can roll, I would say do it, because these coming game weeks are going to be tough, so you want as many transfers as you can. Are you going to do a stream on deadline day? See, that's the thing. I'm not sure if I can because I'm working and I don't know if I have enough time. That's why I want to do a stream today. But I'll try get around to do it if I can. Captain Saka or Martinelli? I don't know about that, Chief. I like the idea of it, to be honest, but I know a lot of people don't. I trusted in KDB and Jota this week to attack. Yeah, I like that. Good move. Do I bench Gabriel versus Forest or Garnacho versus Wolves? I would say bench Gabriel. Hello, Chai. What do you think of Guardiola as a pick? Most attacking of the City defenders. Yeah, so Guardiola is a really good option. I almost chose him instead of Walker. But yeah, I think he is likely to start. And I see what you mean by that he's attacking. He is getting in really good positions. When I watch the games, like I like him in the spaces that he's coming up in. So yeah, definitely a solid choice. Captaincy. Yeah, captaincy is up for debate this week. Right now it's on one of the two City boys of Foden or Alvarez. Have you considered Garber? Yeah. Rolling transfers. Sorry, 2 seconds. Rolling transfer this week, and guys got me 80 this week. Nice. Selling Salah for KDB? No, I can't because I already have three City boys. I have 5 players who blanks now. I'll bring Haaland next game week. Roll Kudus and Isaac for 25. Yeah, that's a good move to be fair. The only thing is Newcastle are likely to blank in game week 29 like we have in the graphic. So just keep that in mind. Foden or Jota? For me, Foden. Jota could definitely go nuclear though. Silva is 6.5. Well, there you go. Silva's not a bad option either. He'll probably play most games for City this season, I'd say. Is Matters back into the Spurs XI now? Who scores more points of him, Richie, for the next month? Interesting one. I would say I don't think Madison is fully fit. So until Madison is fully fit, Richarlison is obviously going to score him. But as a pick going forward, I like Madison. Start Raya or Areola? Probably Areola. I don't know. I feel like Forrest can just get a goal. Although you could go either way on that. Are you starting Trent? I don't have Trent, but if I had him, definitely. Hi, how did you come up with how did you come about becoming a Spurs I assume it's a Spurs fan. So my brother was a very big Spurs fan and he had a Twitter account as well. He was actually one of the biggest Twitter accounts in Ireland and it's because of his father, that's why I'm a Spurs fan. His dad was in the army and then they were in London for a time being. So he just decided to be a Spurs fan and his brother became an Arsenal fan and the rest is history, I suppose. Who's the captain? Foden, Alvarez, or Bowen? Tough choices. Probably Foden or Alvarez, though. Who is your front two? Can you not see? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize that was. There you go. That's much better. Apologies. Shit. Let me go back. Okay. CH, hey CH, thanks. Okay. Let me see. Rate Richarlison as captain for game week 22. Yeah, Richarlison is definitely a good option for game week 22. I don't have him unfortunately. I probably should have brought him in last week. Now that I think of it, but he is a good option, and I like Richie. He's been playing really well for Spurs, so not a bad shout at all. Is he better than Alvarez or Foden? Probably not. In my mind, just City always demolish the lower in the league teams. So I just think it's so hard not to go with one of them against a team like Burnley, if you know what I mean. How will you get Haaland into your team? So I'll have to get rid of Salah and upgrade Alvarez to Haaland. Should I get rid of Trippier? And should I rush for Tony? No, I would not get rid of Trippier just yet, even though he picked up a knock in the cup, I think. I wouldn't get rid of him yet. And I won't be too worried about Tony just yet. Hi Chai, better to roll this game week and play Bowen, Saka, Palmer. I'm sorry, I can't read all that. Would you bench Palmer for either Watkins or Garnacho? Uh, would you bench Palmer for either Watkins? No. Yeah, I would bench Palmer and start Watkins and Garnacho, to be honest. Is Kudus a good differential this week? Yeah, definitely. Kudus is actually a really good shout. I've seen a few people speaking about him, but it could be a very good differential this week for sure. What do we think of Tottenham? If Ronaldo is 6.5, I'd go there, but I have a soft spot for him. Yeah, he's definitely a good player. Yeah, okay. Foden, Richarlison, Bowen, Palmer, bench one. I would probably bench Palmer. If you own both Foden and Alvarez, who would you captain? I own both, and as of now, I'd like to captain Foden. But if I get confirmation that Haaland's not starting, I'll probably captain Alvarez. Would you prioritize a defender this week of S2 or a Man City guy? Probably Walker, to be fair. Are you keeping Pau? Yeah, I'll keep Pau for the time being. Do you think he'll make any more transfers? Yeah, I will do, for sure. But I'm going to leave it as late as I can towards the deadline. If you have Haaland, should I start him? Yes, definitely. I have KDB, Jota, Richarlison, Tony, Watkins. Who should I captain? I don't know. I don't even know who I'm captaining, so I can't pick yours. By the way, send in your teams on Twitter, and I'll open them live on stream, and I'll let you know what I think of your teams. By the way, if I say I'm just giving you my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. Well done on your challenge, Shy. 2.5k came quickly. I was one of the first 20. Does that make you an OG? Of course it does, CH. Thank you for nearly 6k now. I love doing this, and we're going to keep doing it. João Pedro or Watkins, also keep money in mind. João Pedro. Was getting Gross a bad pick? No, I know why I chose Gross, and I knew he was going to be an asset that I was just going to take away for the next few weeks. So I don't regret it. Obviously, it's easy to be like that you regret it after he blanks and the likes of Jota and De Bruyne all return, but you can't be impulsive like that. It's more of a long-term pick than a short-term. Should I buy Jota? I mean, why not? He's definitely a good option. Best captaincy shouts if you don't own City assets. That's a good question. Probably Richarlison and maybe an Arsenal player. They're not bad shouts at all. Or maybe, who else is there? Yeah, the likes of Kudus could be a good shout as well. But yeah, top 5 differentials, top 5 differential salary replacements. Madison, I would say, is definitely one of them. Who else do we have? Jota, I mean, he's probably still differential. And then Kudus. They're 3. Everyone subscribed, thank you. What do you think of Nunes instead of Solanke? I don't know if he can get rid of Solanke yet, because he's a good run of fixtures to come. But Nunes does look like dynamite now. I've been saying it for a while. I was always part of the Nunes fan club, and I never wanted to get rid of him. But I just can't bring him in just yet. But if you can, I mean, why not? For sure. Why do you trust Gross so much? Well, it's not necessarily that I trust him. It's just Gross has really good fixtures, and I mean, I've only brought him in like last week, so I wouldn't be exactly getting rid of him after one performance. But good fixtures, you know he's going to play 90, and he's cheap. So why not? Porro, Gabriel, Trent, Estepinian. Which 3 to start? I would probably start Trent, Estepinian, and Porro. Solanke, Porro, Watkins, Saliba. Who to start? I would probably start Porro, Watkins, and Solanke. Sent my team now. No worries. We'll have a look in a sec. Sell Salah for Jota, Madison, or Richarlison. Madison probably for next week. Richarlison for this week. Madison could start though. If Madison starts, I'd say Madison. Is it time to sell Solanke and or Watkins? I would not be selling Watkins just yet. Although those 3 you mentioned definitely seem like better picks. That's why I'm not bringing in the likes of Solanke or Watkins. In which of your tweets do I send my team? Whatever tweet you want, to be fair. Yeah, so let's have a look at your teams then. Neymar. Okay. Let's see what we have. Tots, Mubama to Pedro. Yeah, that's a solid team. I won't be too worried about the flags. Yeah, I love Eze as an option, to be fair. I put him in my last video, and I like that shout for sure. Foden as captain as well, I like that. Yeah, solid maybe 7 or 8 for that team. Maybe keep faith in your two strikers for the time being. Mubama to Pedro. I didn't answer the question, by the way. Yeah, if you do that though, you'll probably have to bench Palmer. But yeah, it's not a bad shout. Gunnar's Extra. Hello, sir. How are you? Another good team. A lot of differentials like De Bruyne, Tony, and Jota. You got on them early, I see. Very good. I don't know if I back Tony against Spurs, but it's a solid team. That's another maybe 8th. Yeah, I like that. Rate my team G. All right, let's see what you're saying. Double Villa defense. Interesting. I have that myself. I don't know if I'll be playing it this week though. The captaincy is on Eze. I see what you're doing here. But yeah, that's a very solid team, and it is quite differential. But yeah, I love that, man. That's something like I'd almost wildcard in. That is crazy. That's getting a like from me. Solid 9 out of 10. I don't know if I back double Villa like I said against Newcastle, but other than that, it's really good. Sorry if I'm not reading chat, by the way. I'm just trying to go through some of your teams. Let me know what transfers I should make this week. I can take a -4. You see, I don't want to be making your transfers for you, but I'll make some suggestions for sure. Yeah, that is solid team. All my viewers here just seem to have unbelievable teams. I don't know what this is about. Like, I need to see some shitters here. But yeah, like I said, Haaland probably definitely start him. I don't know if I'd put the captaincy on him. I'd wait for more information. Adogi, haven't seen him in a while. Another solid team, maybe a 7. Moha, let's see. Areola. Yeah, that team was alright. Maybe a 7. What are your transfer plans though? 1 free transfer, 11.5 in the bank. What would I do there? 3 at the back. Play those 5. Ooh, I think it's time to move on from Douglas Luiz, to be honest. I know he's on penalties and he's been doing really well. I think he could probably do better though. So yeah, solid 7. Got 1 free transfer. What will you do? Let's see. Joey Gomez against Chelsea at home. Interesting. Saka, Foden, Palmer, Gordon. Yeah, that's a nice team. Another solid 7 or 8. What would I do? Maybe upgrade the likes of Cameron Archer, maybe. Something like that. Taylor Williams, @Chaya_FPL. Thoughts? Another solid team. Garnacho. I like that differential, to be fair. Anyone see Hoyland absolutely screaming at Garnacho for not passing him the ball? That was funny. Foden captaincy. I assume these are your captains that you're thinking for the coming weeks, which is cool. But yeah, another solid team. I'd give it a 7. What should I do? Again, lads, by the way, I can't tell you what to do. I mean, it's a subjective opinion, you know what I mean? I wouldn't mention anything just yet. We still have a few days to make a decision. What should I do? 7.3 in the bank. I would probably, yeah, a lot of Douglas Luiz. I don't know if you're happy with holding him. And I see that you have no issue with holding players because the captaincy armband is on Saka here. But I would probably move on Douglas Luiz. Again, it really depends on if you're happy with him or not, though, I suppose. Another Foden captaincy here. Solid team. I'd give that a 7 as well. Gabby Jesus. Yeah, let me know, LH, what your plan is with Gabriel Jesus. I mean, right now, obviously, I'm fed up of him as well, but I think he's a good chance against Nottingham Forest. But it seems to be like I'm saying that every single week. Which area do I need work on in the next few weeks? Okay, so when you're looking at your team, you need to look at it in a way, okay, you have good fixtures this week. You have 3 players in game week 26 that are going to blank of Palmer, Richarlison, and Adogi. And you have 2 doublers in game week 25. So either start moving towards more doublers in game week 25 and maybe start getting rid of, for example, players for game week 26. Now, you have Adogi and Richarlison. I don't think I'd get rid of them just yet coming towards game week 26, but you get my point. Like, just moving forward, try keep the next 5 or 6 fixtures in your mind. Thinking about selling Sterling to Foden or KDB. Yeah, that is a really good shout. Interesting team, actually. Isaac, Bruno, and Joe Pedro, and the captaincy's on him. I love this. See, I l- this is a similar team that I'd probably have at some point. It looks like a team I had in probably game week 4 or 5 actually. But yeah, that's a really nice team. Double Arsenal defense though. I don't know if I back that. Maybe this week it could be quite good though. That's because it's different. I'll give that a 7 or 8, and it's not a bad team at all. Salah or Gusto to move on for who and one free transfer. Salah or Gusto. I would probably move on Salah just because you don't want that much team value left on your bench. But yeah, that's another really good team. A solid maybe 8. I'd probably upgrade Cameron Archer again though. One free transfer. I'm planning to roll and perhaps bring in Haaland next game with Tots. Yeah, I think rolling if you can is a really good shout. And your team is quite good for this week, so you could definitely roll. And that team is a solid 7, 8 again. Like you all have really good teams to be honest. Yeah, another solid team. Like you know what I mean. Trippier, see, he came up with an injury. I don't know if it was a knock or if he's actually injured or if it was precautionary. But I'd probably keep him for the time being. He's really good fixtures. That's a solid team. Hi Chai, thoughts on my team for the stream. I see what you done there. Yeah, it's nice. Tavernier, interesting choice. Adebayo. But yeah, I like it. I would probably try start moving towards maybe a Liverpool or another City player, so you have another player for the double though. Hi mate, watching the stream. Hello, sad. Transfer suggestions. I would probably bring in a City defender or wait for Haaland news and maybe bring him in, or bring in Diogo Jota or Nunes. Yeah, that's what I'd be doing though, just to start preparing for the double. Any suggestions? Thinking Colwood to Walker. Yeah, Max, that's a really good shout because you're getting rid of a player that blanks in gaming 26 and you're bringing one that doesn't blank in 26 and doubles in 25. So yeah, that's a great move. Bring KDB or Jota for Salah. KDB or Jota. That's a tough one. I think you could go either way. Um, I don't know if I'd go KDB because you're going to have triple City attack, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it takes a lot of funds. Cheers, Shaw. I think keep Gabby at least one more week. Yeah, nice one, nice one. That's the plan for me as well. Another Richarlison captaincy here. Yeah, I love it to be fair, and I hope it works out for you. Solid team again, and who was that on the bench? Consa. Okay, yeah, I would probably start that exact team. Yeah, nice one. Who to bench? Okay, Nunes or Tony for game week 25. I will probably bring in Nunes. I think Nunes could do really well in the double. So that's my plan anyway. Let's scroll onto it. Let's see what we're saying. Play Gabriel or Estepinian this game week. Estepinian for sure against Luton. Let's see if we got any juice here. Go back here. So my plan would probably be to bring in a striker and play something like this for Mateta. What striker I don't know yet, but that would probably be my plan for sure. And if anyone else has any suggestions, let me know. I'm kind of unsure what to do, and we have a Tuesday deadline, which is also unusual. So yeah, what else do I want to do? Chip strategy. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try keep my chips as long as possible. Use the triple captain game in 25 for sure. Let's go to the transfer page, see what we can do. What if I went him? You didn't taste my team. Did I miss your team? I assume this is your team. Yeah, your team is good. I'm pretty sure I went through it already though. Wish you to start out of Gordon, Palmer, Trent, and Gabriel. I would bench Gabriel. I usually tend to bench the defenders most of the time. Let's see. So I would like to look like something like that. Your team is a 7, by the way, Madrid. Consa Gomez out for Walker. Consa. I would sell Consa. So if I bring in Isaac, I can do that. The following week, I would have to take out Salah and bring in maybe Jota against Arsenal or something like that. And then I could upgrade Alvarez to the big man. Finally get him in after 23 weeks. That's likely what would happen, I would say. Where is the big fella? Haaland. Yeah, so I mean, I like how that looks, to be fair. But that just means I have to keep Gabriel Jesus for another week, and I don't know if I'd fancy that. I think Arsenal are starting to pick up form, though, and they could definitely score a lot of goals against Forest. Who to buy out of Walker or Estepinian? I would go Walker. That's one thing I have for sure is a really good defense. Like I like the back three of Walker, Porro, and Estepinian because like you've Walker who seems to be nailed 90 minutes, and has really good fixtures to come, and he doubles, so definitely a really good shout. Estupinian who doesn't blank and has really good fixtures and seems to be really attacking. I know he played left side of centre half, but I still really like him as a pick, to be honest. And you have Porro, who just is playing with some load of confidence, and I think he can start returning a bit more for Spurs. But yeah, he's definitely a really good shout, and I can see why he's owned by pretty much everyone at this point. He's amazing. You could do Mateta to Tony, Isaac, or Darwin. Yeah, that's the plan. One of those three is going to be. Which one, I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely could do that. There was a problem. I sent my team now. Okay. Let's see. Few more sent to the team. Sorry, lads. Let's see. One free transfer, 4.3 in the bank. Cash or Colwell to Walker. Either. Probably Cash, to be fair. Timo Werner. Plan is to move Salah to Jota and get Haaland next week. If one play Cash or SU2. What is your initial thoughts? Cheers. So I would probably get rid of Salah this week. And whoever you bring in for Salah, I would bench Cameron Archer for sure. Well, yeah, other than that, looks quite good. Maybe 7. Thoughts? Pedro Neto, hello, sir. I love him as a pick, to be honest. He looks really lively this season, and hopefully he doesn't get injured again. I think going forward, a lot of people will be going for Pedro Neto, though. I think there's a really good fixture turn for him, so it could be a really good pick. Gusto at the back, though, I don't like that. Maybe 6, but just because I don't like Gusto and Konsa at the back. And I feel like a lot of people have Slanky and Watkins double. But it's not bad at all. They could start showing up. Jota captain could be interesting, though. Should I sell Konsa or Gomez for Walker? Yes, you should. Maybe Walker I prefer, to be fair. But other than that, it's a really good team. What would you do here? I would probably... Is that Salah on the bench? It is. Yeah, I'd move on Salah. And again, whoever you bring him in for, bench Archer. Choi on Score FBL, 1 free transfer. Thinking of bringing in Isaac or Gordon. Yeah, Isaac and Gordon are both really good picks this week. Oh, shit. My bad. I just punched my laptop. Are we good? Yeah, we are. Okay, cool. Sorry. Let me get back to that. Where is it? There it is. Okay. My bad. Yeah, so Rashford. I seen he got a lot of flack because he was out drinking, which is mad, to be honest. Like, how can he be a professional footballer doing that? I don't know if he was drinking, but he was out for a meal or he was out or something. And then he got sick, so bit silly. You expect someone like him to be a bit better than that. But yeah, I like this team. Neto and Rashford. Pretty cool. I think Isaac. Maybe Isaac. It really depends for who, though. It's really hard to get any of those players you have in there out. I like that team, though. Maybe 7 or 8. KDB transfer in, gain 0.2. Nice one. I hope it works out for you. That is a solid team, to be fair, as well. That's an 8. Want Haaland out for Isaac. I must be mad. You want Haaland out for Isaac. I mean, it could work out. It really depends on if Haaland starts this week. I'm not the guy to be speaking about Haaland, to be fair, though. But yeah, Isaac looks really good going forward. Let's see. A lot of you have Pedro Neto. I'm kind of jealous because I think he's a good choice for sure. 2 Brighton boys as well. And Saliba Martinez. Yeah, nice one. very good team. Maybe 8. Richarlison captain. Interesting. A lot of Richarlisons. No idea what to do. Thinking of Saka to Neto as a KDB or Jota. Don't feel confident though. Yeah, I wouldn't get rid of Saka just yet. I think you can wait another week with this team. It's a very nice team. I would probably roll if you can, to be fair, unless you get Haaland news. Are you captain Foden this week? Potentially. Please can check my team. Start Trent. Yeah, if I had Trent, I'd start him, by the way. What are your transfer plans? I hopefully want to bring out Mateta. Jota or Foden? Probably Foden. Jota or Kudus? Probably Jota. Are you captain Foden? Yeah, so it's going to be Foden or Alvarez, I'd say. Would you go triple C attack or go Walker instead? I'd go Walker. Take a hit to bench Palmer or bring Darwin in? I don't know if I'd take a hit to bench Palmer, to be honest. Gross to Foden or KDB? I don't know. Like, if you brought in Gross last week, I don't think I'd get rid of him. Like, I think he needs a bit more of a chance. And I'd probably move on to someone else for maybe Foden or KDB. Who are your ranked 5 best captainers? That's a hard one. Foden, Alvarez, Haaland if he starts, Richarlison, and who else do we got? Maybe Bowen at home against Bournemouth is not a bad shout as well, actually. Should I bring in Maddison? No, I don't think I'd bring in Maddison just yet. I really want to as well. That would be my ideal choice. But I think you have to wait another week. I would love to bring him in though. Captain Olise, if he is fit. No, I would prefer to captain Eze, to be honest. But I mean, if you have Olise, I don't know if you can captain him. I just feel like the City boys are just too good to pass up on compared to Olise. Still have Salah and Son. Which one would you sell? I mean, at this point, I would probably sell Salah because Son will be back fairly soon, I imagine. And you probably have a lot more team value built up in Son. Would you hold Salah if he is a definite sell? Well, if he's a definite sell, I won't hold on to him. I think I'm going to move him on, though. Mateta still starts against Sheffield, I reckon. I mean, that would be ideal, but I can't risk him not starting, if you know what I mean. Because if I start him and he's on the bench and gets 20 minutes, it's not really worth it, to be fair. So I'd rather make a transfer. You think Jota this week is a good transfer? Yeah, for sure. Walker or Gabriel? Walker all day. Jota or Richarlison? Jota. Who to prioritise, Richarlison or Jota? A lot of the same questions as Richarlison or Jota or KDB. Probably Jota. Wait until game week 24 for Jota. Is that a good idea? Yes, that's something I'm probably planning on doing. I just think you could probably miss out on the Chelsea and Arsenal fixture, and it wouldn't be too much of an issue. Will you start Palmer over Bowen? No chance. I'll be starting Bowen all day. Garnacho and Gross to Foden and KDB. Yeah, that's not a bad move. But I just think you should probably have other moves to be making first. Captain KDB, Alvarez or Saka? Probably Alvarez. Alright, let's see if we've anything else we can look through here on Twitter. I'll just go through these 2 teams and then we'll try and move on. Suggestions this week: have 1 free transfer and 4 million in the bank. By the way, do any have any more general questions other than just this player or this player? Ask away. Egypt 1-0 down if they're out. Won't Salvi back earlier then? I didn't even know they're playing, to be honest. But it's not that because of Egypt. I just think Salah's not fit. Like, suggestions this week: have 1 free transfer and 4 million in the bank. What would I do here? I would move on Salah and bench maybe Konsa. Start Lamptey? Probably not. Rate this, please. That is a 8. Good team. For sure. Elise just posted on Insta, similar to when he returned from injury last time. Yeah, but like those players being in training doesn't mean they're fully fit. I mean, hopefully Elise is fully fit. But I just don't know if I'd captain him against Sheffield, like I said. I think Eze is probably a better option just because he's on penalties and free kicks. How would you rank Solanke, Jesus and Watkins for this week alone? Jesus probably first, Solanke and then Watkins. Wait, who was Solanke playing actually? Let me just make sure. 2 seconds. Slanky's playing West Ham. Yeah, probably Slanky. I have two free transfers. What would you I already answered that. What do you think I should do with Akanji? Currently out. City have good fixtures, and he could fit in keep or sell basically. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm not sure what I do with Akanji, to be fair. Let me look at if he's played the last few games. I haven't seen him in a while. Was he injured? Let's have a look. Akanji. I actually had Akanji for like a large part of the start of the season, and he was a good pick. He got me a lot of points. Where am I looking? 4.9 for Akanji. That's not bad. Yeah, so he hasn't been playing. I would probably sell. Would I sell him? It's very hard because I know John Stones is supposed to be back as well. You could probably move him on though. Thoughts on the Spurs City game? That was an annoying game. Just the way we conceded was tough. Yeah, I'd get rid of Akanji, by the way. But yeah, a loss was coming at some point in our stadium, and just that seemed to be the one. And they battered us, to be fair, so they kind of deserved it. When do you think it's time to bring in Madison? You could bring him in this week, but it is fairly risky, I would say. I don't know if he's going to start. Hopefully, if he starts, I would say definitely bring him in, but obviously it's not something we can predict. But yeah, Madison's definitely a great option going forward. What is my current chip plan? Yeah, so my current chip plan would be to triple captain in game week, double game week 25, and then probably see I could free hit in 29. I'm unsure though. I don't know if there's enough upside for me because I could dead end my team and wildcard in game week 30, and then probably free hit in 34 if I don't use it in 29. Bench boost 37 or 34. I'm unsure though. Definitely not something that's set in stone. So let's look at next week's fixtures. Yeah, so I think the Brighton fixture versus Luton is really good. I think Palace probably get a good result against Sheffield. Arsenal could also net a few against Forest. Man United versus Wolves. I mean, that there could be a few goals in that game as well. So yeah. Is Estupinian really a good option over Gabriel this week? Yeah, I would say so. I like Estupinian versus Luton over Gabriel versus Forest for sure. Will you start Palmer? Yeah, I will. As of now, anyway, I will. They still haven't scored against Spurs in the league, though. Yeah. City seem to struggle against us all the time. I don't know why. Should I bring in Haaland, other Watkins? I have Darwin and Solanke as other strikers. Yes, I guess. Ake or Walker, probably Walker. Who are you captain, Choi? Like I said, maybe Alvarez or Foden. I think Madison will be starting now he is fit. Yeah, I hope so. That would be great. Would you bring in Foden or Douglas Luiz or Salah? Or would you bring in Foden in for Douglas Luiz or Salah? Probably Salah. Unless you plan on keeping him long term though. But yeah, probably Salah. In the next 6 game weeks for Liverpool, with the double, how much you expected Jota to start? Yeah, I think they play in 3 days. I don't know if Jota will start the next game. That's why I don't think I bring him in this week. If he starts 4 to 6, it's worth selling for Salah. Yeah, I'm unsure. I don't know if Jota, look, if he hadn't, I know obviously this is not how it works, but if he hadn't got that haul last week, would everyone be flocking towards Jota with those fixtures and a blank in 26? I'm unsure. But yeah, he's definitely a good option. I don't know if you need to bring him in though. I'm definitely trying to keep my wild card for the final game week of the season. It's always high scoring and it'll be funny. Yeah, I mean, if you can survive the rest of this season without using it, for sure off core. But I think you're probably better off using it a bit earlier because then you can get maybe 9 weeks of using the wildcarded team. Do you prefer Eze or Neto long term? So I would say Eze to game week 29 now and maybe Neto from 29 onwards. Start Doughty over Gabriel. Luton are playing Arsenal. No, I'd probably start Gabriel. Bowen for Richer or Jota. I don't know if I get rid of Bowen this week. There's no way. Will you sell Bowen? No. How important is it to own Estepinian for someone who still doesn't own him? I think he'd be grand if you don't get him. To be fair, like I don't know if he returns 4 weeks in a row. I mean, if he does, that's crazy. But I think he'll be grand. It really depends who you have instead of him. Darwin Alvarez or Richarlison captain, probably Alvarez. Um, my friend Cal. Okay, Slanky Tony Darwin for a third striker. Already own Watkins and Isaac. Probably Darwin, to be fair. Um, is it important to play three fours up front? Uh, is it safe to play? Yeah, it doesn't really matter what formation you play. It depends on if you're happy with the players that are in those positions. I think going forward, three strikers is the play though, like a 3-4-3. I just think the strikers are starting to offer a bit more now, and there's a lot of them that I really want. It's just obviously I can't have them all. Raul is very interesting. Thoughts? Um, I had Raul on my initial wildcard. Let's go back to that. Uh, where can I see this? I think it was game week 17 I wildcarded. Yeah, game week 17 I brought him in and he got a red card on the bench, which was terrible. But I'm fairly sure he's good fixtures going forward. Let me have a look. Yeah, he is solid fixtures for sure. Fulham aren't the greatest right now though, that's the only thing. But he's definitely a good punt. I mean, he's only 5.2 and I don't think he can go wrong. I'm planning to get rid of a Adogi. But how come you're getting rid of a Adogi? He's not a bad shout. I would try hold him, yeah, for sure, until you need to get rid of him. Spurs are on for game week 29 as well. Don't forget that. That the Spurs fixture is not blanking in 29, which is great, to be honest. I would probably try keep maybe one of Palmer and Paro going into blank 26. See what happens. Yeah, any more general questions? It doesn't have to be FPL related. You can ask me absolutely anything you want. You think it's a risk with captain for Manny game week? How much do you risk when you decide to pick captain? I just go if he's a good option. I have no problem with captaining him. I don't really think about what other people are doing with their captaincy. If I like him as a pick, I'll captain him, no bother. So yeah, let me switch this back and save it. Switch. Put on you. Save. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'll be doing a deadline stream. We'll see what happens. Will you do streams with more FPL creators? If you'd like me to, it's definitely something I'm interested in. But I'm unsure with who. Maybe I'll try get Janny on the stream if he's interested. How old are you, mate? I'm 20, and my birthday is next month. Start next month. Any players you think will haul big next few game weeks? That's not in your team. Yeah, probably Isaac. Thoughts on Klopp leaving at the end of the season? Yeah, absolute shock, to be fair. I couldn't believe it, and I actually really like Klopp because he's a Premier League legend, like. But yeah, it's probably something more personal for him. It's not necessarily the job. It's just he needs a break, which is fair enough. You look a bit sad today. I don't know if I look a bit sad. Maybe I do. George, let me know if I'm looking sad, bro. How are you handling Spurs players in 26 if you want to keep them for 29? Yeah, I'd probably have three players from Chelsea or Spurs on my bench for 26. I have one free transfer. Should I bring in Foden to bench Gordon or roll? I would probably roll. Who will possibly join Trent, Virgil, Robertson in LFC depends. Gomez, Konate, and Shimikas. Probably Gomez. Is Richarlison worth bringing in? If I don't plan to free hit, I have Gusto, Palmer, Kabore, Blanken. Yeah, I don't know if you can bring in Richarlison. Which City asset would you say managers should prioritize? I would say probably Walker, Foden, and Haaland, I suppose, going forward. I just want to say a big thank you. Absolutely great manager. Love your contact. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Would you keep Kuna or transfer to Pedro? I would keep Kuna. Yeah, streams with Gianni are always good. Golden Goal Fantasy Football could be a good okay to reach out to also. I've actually never heard about them, so I will have a look after the stream. We're going to wrap it up in about 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you, everyone that's joined in. George says, I'm looking great. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Let's see if there's anything else on my page on Twitter. 2 seconds. Is there a chance Chelsea Spurs play 26 midweek if Chelsea gets knocked out of FA Cup? Yeah, so the FA Cup is for game week 29. Spurs and Chelsea are definitely blanketing 26 as I know of. Who's a better pick for a double game week and blank game week? Palmer and Gordon. Well, Palmer blanks in 26 and Chelsea are likely to blank in 29 as well with Arsenal, I think. Where are you based? Yeah, Ireland. I'm from Waterford, Ireland. In a bit, bro. Have a good night. Thank you, bro. We'll wrap it up in about 5 minutes. I want to see if there's that on my timeline. Genuine question. Yeah, let's see. Surely not. Breaking. Mikel Arteta has informed and entourage that he's leaving Arsenal at the end of the season. There's no way. Surely not, like. George, have you seen this? That's crazy if it's true. Maybe I'm just being baited. I know there are a few transfer rumors that you hope happen for FPL perspective. Benzema would be great. Yeah, that would definitely spice things up if Benzema was in the league. Good night, Shai. Thanks for the help. No worries at all. I could see him going to Barca. That would be madness. There's no way. That is crazy. Is that real? Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Check team news is fake. Okay. All the best, Chai. Thanks for the stream. No worries, guys. Thanks for joining in. I meant FA Cup. I'm seeing it all over my timeline. Might be true. Yeah, I don't know. That's very random. By the way, I might be going on FPL Juice for anyone interested. I'll keep you posted. Is there anything in the community can help you with, Chai? No, not particularly, of course. Not that I know of. Team News and Tick say it's not true. Okay, so we'll leave it there. Thank you to everyone who joined in. I appreciate it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do a deadline stream, but I'll keep you posted. If I do, it'll probably only be for an hour. And also, thank you for 2,600 subscribers. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. And thank you for absolutely everyone joining in. So that's the end of the stream, and bye-bye.